So I decided to buckle down again and try rebuilding the legs. This time around I started with the right leg. And as you can tell, I am fairly happy with how this one came out. Now of course I still don't have the formers, but I can at least get it relatively accurate this time, since I actually have a little key right here to where I can actually use to line up on the screen. Granted, I currently have Minecraft running, but so far I'm fairly happy with this one, though it's nearly 7:14 a.m. my time, so I'm going to have some food, and then I'm most likely going to head off to bed. Mainly because I stressed myself way too much yesterday on getting the first set of legs done and just having them go to failure. So what I'm going to do tomorrow is I'm going to spend the rest of tomorrow actually finishing off this leg, finishing off the other leg, and hopefully actually also building the pelvis area so I can actually fully connect both legs together. But I don't know if that'll be possible or not. So for the time being, since I'm more or less done for tonight, I'm going to be playing Minecraft. Granted, I'm playing on old fag, so hence the cheat climb and whatnot. And if you're seeing the chords, you can go to the chords if you play this game or play on this server, because this is more of a way station I'm building. So preferably I would like for you to not destroy the way station, but this is an anarchy server and people do whatever the fuck they want. So with that said, I will come back tomorrow when I get the get somewhere with the next set of legs, or at least get something other legs. Thank God for freaking auto mine. Alright, so I got leg number 1 done. Overall it came out just fine. And with the way I'm going to do this is I'm going to have this whole upper thigh section just be open. That way, so when I go to attach both legs, I can properly conform this to fit the pelvis area and whatnot, and also actually get the thing to actually get everything to properly center. And then once I make sure everything's nice and centered, then I'm gonna go back in there and I'm just gonna I'm just gonna take all sorts of popsicle sticks and I'm just gonna reinforce everything. That's if I don't run out of popsicle sticks. So most likely what might end up happening is I might actually come back a little later on saying, hey, I accidentally lost, but I'm out of popsicle sticks and I have to wait to get some new ones and so on and so forth. So I'll come back when I see fit. And at least when I put this thing together, or as I'm putting this together, I have Ricketa's live stream to watch. Currently right now I'm watching DSP lore. And DSP sucks. He really fucking sucks. And of course now the printer is doing its job. But what I'm going to do first is I'm going to give myself about 30 minutes of break, tend to the new fag farm for new fags, and do this. Kill 2 bots. So yeah, I'm going to spend 30 minutes in this game keeping myself occupied, maintaining the new fig farm, and then I'm going to most likely shove off somewhere else after I have this farm in a somewhat decent looking place for what I want, for new figots. And then I'm going to start building the other leg. And I still got, good grief, I got a long ways to go. But it's a 5 hour stream and I'm very happy with it. So I got the legs fully done. So far everything looks fine until we get to this. No matter what I did, I could not get this to form properly. This is exactly why I like to have formers whenever I build these things. This is the worst I've ever had when it came to properly shaping the legs. Now the only reason why I'm going through with this is because this part's going to be hidden by her skirt. So if I need to, I can easily just cut into this and just manipulate it to where it actually fits around the skirt where it needs to actually look right. But this is the worst. This is the worst I've ever had it come out. Unfortunately, I'm at a state to where I really can't do anything other than just work with it. Now, with that said, the rest of this thing should theoretically go by relatively easily, considering the hardest part is now complete. But I'm still not impressed with how how horrible this came out. Alright, I decided to just completely forego all that and just rip it off. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to build the inner portion of the skirt, which is this part here, and then get a general idea of where it needs to go and hopefully properly mount it. I still gotta go in there and reinforce all of this so it can support the so it can actually support the pole that'll be going into the upper body of Rim, so it can actually support the upper portion of her, and also allow me to actually pull the two pieces apart for transport and whatnot. That's without saying I highly doubt I'll be going to any anime convention this year, but I still want to have the ability to break this thing down, especially considering I want to transport this thing to my anime convention once I eventually get this thing completed. Though I'm still not happy with how well the upper portion of the legs came out. At least it's still something where it is still salvageable. Unlike the previous two tries of the legs, they were unsalvageable. This one's salvageable. God, I can't speak. I'm about to go to bed, but at least I want to add this part to the video. So as you saw, I went and just basically removed all this because I didn't like how it looked. And I went and made the inner part of the skirt of her maid outfit. I gotta now do the bottom half, which is probably going to at least take a day, and I'll show you why in a second. But I also did one more thing, is that I went and remade the top section again. But this time I did a supplement former that I had thought up of, where I just basically select a piece that I want to get the proper shape of using this and whatnot. Granted, right now I have the second layer, which is right here, selected. What I did is I went like this, and I just went as close to it as possible so it can fill up the screen. Then I took a screenshot of it, and then just copied into and opened up Paint and just pasted it in there, and then just did multiple prints to get the proper scaling. This is the scaling that I got for the top piece, which you see right here, and then I just used that to get myself a rough but fairly accurate former for what I need. So what I'm going to do now, or what I'm going to do when I wake up, is with the way I attached the legs, I can actually go and just remove the legs without having to really worry about anything, because the legs will remove right from this little area here and here. And since it's going to be completely covered by the dress, if it gets damaged, it won't be noticeable. As you can tell, I'm not able to speak properly because I'm very sleepy. But yeah. So what I'm going to do when I wake up is I'm going to completely try and rebuild this whole bottom section again, and then reattach the legs and see how that looks. Luckily, when I made these, I actually disconnected the popsicle sticks that are connecting the legs together because I didn't like how it looked. And for a while I had these here, and to actually give me a proper idea, or to at least keep it nice and straight. But of course I didn't go for the full seal of onto the foam board. So I just easily remove these two. Like I said, I'm not able to speak since I am, sleepy. But I want to keep this in just to show what normally again goes into these type of builds. I am at the point where I am very tired and I need to go to sleep because my autism and retardation is really starting to kick in and I am not able to properly explain everything. So to sum it up, I'm going to try and completely rebuild this part of the legs again, and then I'm going to most likely build the section of the inner skirt also, which is probably going to take basically the whole day. And actually, before I end this video, I actually want to show what I mean about the upper skirt taking so long. So, you see these little guys right here. These little guys right here are 3D, which connect to the inner frame, into the inner skirt with the outer skirt. Granted, I could probably forego the inner skirt and just probably modify the outer skirt and whatnot to fit what I want, but with the way the model is designed, I want to keep everything in there as possible. So, these little guys right here, if I actually zoom out, you can actually see this nice little strand that looks like DNA. This little piece is all of these little sections right here. If I actually go to select it, you can see it all highlights. That's going to take an incredibly long time to fold and cut out because these are relatively thin, to say the least. So, yeah. Most likely what I'm going to do is I'm going to end this video here. Since I've already rambled way too long, and this video is probably already going to be like 10 minutes. And I'll do another upload after this. I'll do another upload probably in another day or two when I actually get somewhere more concrete with this build. Most likely I'll come back next time when I actually get probably to like maybe around here or so. Or at least on the first part, I don't know. I mean, I'm sleepy. I'm watching this, I'm watching iRacing and I'm sleepy and I need to go to bed. So I guess this is the end of part 3, I think? Yeah, I think this is part 3.